Lots of moving parts. I'm embarrassed to tell you about a couple of them, but when you look at the world of agriculture, they are pissed in Germany, and we have a clip of that we're going to get to in a little bit. American farmers are mad as we have Prop 12. Tony Dunker's going to talk about that in a future episode. But when you look at the markets, the stock market, speaking of markets, I need to shut my markets off. When you look at the stock market, the VIX is up 15% on the year. Apple already in the oversold territory. How could that be? How could Apple already be oversold when we're just in day 3 or 4 of the year? So some people came out on ratings and they really downgraded Apple. Some action in the stock market, some action crude. But we're going to focus on grains. I have to say that the Twitter, the news, the media last night, this morning, all they could talk about were those files released. And if you want to dig into them, that's up to you. But we're here for the grain show, the cattle show, and we have none other than Brady Huck to talk cattle.
Morning,
Mr. Huck,
Tommy.
good morning. I understand you actually went to a cattle auction yesterday. Tell me about your adventure.
Yep. So here in Dodge City, Winter Livestock has a auction every week, 50 weeks out of the year. There's 2 weeks off. My dad's a vet at those, and he'll tell you when he has those 2 weeks off. But yesterday was the bell ringer sale at first of the year sale. Big sale, big important sale. Imagine taking your grain to, after the first of the year and dumping it all at one place, turning it into the corn pit and saying, let's sell them all today. That's what it was
That's
like,
why the Board of Trade was founded, to be honest with you. They used
right?
to all bring their grain all at the same time, and that's how futures and options started.
Yep, yep. It's pretty neat to go see an cattle auction. If you haven't gone to one, I'd encourage you to go there and check it out.
Yeah, a couple changes today. Connor B's in back driving. That's fun. We can tease him from back there. Of course, we got to ask people. We have time. Ask us a question. If you're watching from LinkedIn, ask us a question.
Okay.
YouTube, ask us a question. We'd love to answer questions. And we have some nice slides Dr. Larry sent. Definitely this news in Germany is interesting. You want to go to your slide where you were at the auction and tell us what's going on there?
Yeah,
We have a
let's throw
lot
that.
of grain people on the show.
Connor, why don't you throw that up there for me if you can? Live look at some steers selling yesterday. Those are actually steers sired by our bulls, some customers, LRP customers, and futures and options customers. They sold just under 900 pounds there, and just under $2,000 each for those animals. So market was pretty firm after the first of the year. Definitely a firmer tone versus the pre-holiday market on the feeder side of things. One thing I'd point out is normally last year this sale had 4,600 animals going through it, and this year 3,500. There was 1,000 animals down versus a year ago. I think that's a
What's
pretty
that mean?
telltale.
Like, what's that mean to someone like me who's like, well, tell me, what's that mean?
Yeah, well, we talk about the supply story, right, Tommy? And if
Hmm.
there's 1,000 less showing up at auction, are the cattle out there? Is the supply out there? We're going to start drying up. And definitely, we've had these hot placements in September and October. December placements was down significantly from a year ago. Not as much as the traders were expecting in that Dees Cattle on Feed report. But maybe we'll see this thing decline and roll over on the placement side of things and dry up over the next few months.
Yeah. Let's get in the beef of the show. I understand you have a couple of cattle slides, a couple of grain slides, and then a few more things I want to talk about before we end the day.
Yeah, let's throw up. Let's pull up that choice cutout real quick. The choice has been just, got a note here on our morning comments that it's down $15 since December 26th. What will choice do going forward into the new year? That's definitely going to be a factor for packer profitability and trickle down to the consumer. We've been talking about this for a long time. So everybody's watching that cutout. I think there's anticipation of higher cash trade on the fat side of things and the cattle side of things this week. But choice is going the other way, and that's not a good thing. Throw up one more slide here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this Drovers, Neville Spirit, don't know the guy personally, but he's done a lot of articles about LRP markets. Worth a read. If you want to go read some good quality content about LRP markets and risk management, he's put together some good pieces over the last few months, and I wanted to highlight that here on our show this morning. Go check that out. We'll blast a link out to you guys to check that out.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Tommy, you want to talk about these South American slides? Switch over to grains a little bit.
Yeah. So just imagine that you're a little kid and you're looking at this chart, And, me, I'm a big kid looking through my bifocals. All I see standing out on there is that orange in that Brazil. So I'd say, what's the deal with them? And when you look at South American production, Brazil and Argentina steal the show. We hear a lot about Argentina and stuff, but boy, Brazil is just an absolute player in the soybean market, and they're kicking our butt here in the U.S. and they're going to continue to kick our butt as they have a lot of ground in rainforest they can continue to cut down. A very loose, say, political system that I don't know uh,
Yeah.
their equivalent of. The USDA or their equivalent of land management people who tell you what you can and can't do or how you can spray. The EPA, right? It's just different down there.
Different world down there, yeah.
And with China, no doubt about that. And China's their partner, and it's that's why beans are down 10 today. At least when we started to show, soybeans were down 10. Speaking about beans down 10, we do have a crop report Friday, 112 24. I got that going across ticker, and yeah, there's a lot of risk. I mean, we keep trading down during the day, and you think, well, when we bounce, well, we're going to bounce from where I have no idea. It might be that day, but if we continue at this rate of breaking 5 to 8 cents in beans, 2 to 3 in corn, we're going to very uncomfortable levels. Speaking of that, Dave Lechtenberg did a great special yesterday on what you do now at these levels. What do you do with 23 corn? What do you do with 24? If someone wants that clip, we can get that out to you. That'll be like part of the premium package. Also, our friend PJ, if Connor, if you could pick up that little overlay. PJ came in yesterday. He does a 5 to 6 minute clip 3 times a week with advanced trading. PJ from RJ O'Brien's, one of our partners, did a ATI ProMedia. That'll be part of the premium
Always
package.
some good insights into options trades, what's trading
Yeah.
in big
Yeah.
trades
What
there.
one of the things PJ talked about. By the way, we have a TikTok account. We have a compliant TikTok account, ATI Pro Media, and that clip of PJ talking about that's there. But someone did they bought thousands of week 2 options that are 50 cents out of the money.
Oh
So
boy.
we would have to rally a bunch this week, a bunch next week, just for that to be in the money. A very interesting play. Of course, if you want to get a hold of PJ, ask him why someone would do something like that. He's a very easy guy
So
to
those
get a hold
options
of.
expire the day of the report. Is
Yeah,
that right, Tom?
yeah. So talk about the ultimate lotto ticket, Brady. I mean, you can literally go buy insurance for that day. You could wake up Friday that day and say, I'm worried grains are going to go down, spend 2 cents on this. If we were to break 20 cents, you would have spent two and made X. It depends, what happens today. But the lotto ticket that people are looking at as we trade down are, for 2 cents, I can own this much upside. There's different reasons why people, if you're an end user, uh, if you're an ethanol company or something and you need massive upside, boy, to go get it. Say you spend 2 cents on millions of bushels and we trade down 20, you're still buying the product cheaper. It's a good risk
Yeah.
management. So there's options, there's short dated options, there's weekly options, but that option, that week 2 by that time will become a daily because it's alive right now. But that is the ultimate lotto ticket. 11 o'clock report option expires hour and a half later. Could be very, very
One of the biggest
interesting.
reports of the year each year. Yep.
Allegedly, but we're at extremely low volatility. What else do we have in the meat of the show? There was
Um,
that same chart with well, don't worry about the other chart. It's the same thing. The
yeah.
highlight is whether it's corn or bean, South America, Brazil's the real big deal. Let's talk about what's going on in Germany. Last night when I was looking at the news, German farmers are lining up to protest the new diesel tax being imposed on them that will likely put many out of business. This reminds me of what happened to the Dutch farmers about a year ago. I remember being on RFD TV talking about the Dutch farmers often. This is a big deal. And with all the noise going on in the world, with the geopolitical, with the ships blown up, there's a nice picture of it. This is really happening. So if you're out there, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Google German farmers. If you're a farmer, here's the deal. Weird stuff like this happen in Deutschland, Germany. They remember when the tractors all in Canada, when all the tractors and trucks rolled into the capital, and then the Canadian government
Yeah.
froze all their bank accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if every hog farmer right now was on their way to drive out to California and throw a fit. But this is a trend. I'm not saying it's happening in the United States. I don't want to go off conspiracy theory, but it's happening everywhere else. And I'll just say that to me, looking at that picture, it looks like they're out to get them. What do you think, Brady? Are people out
Tommy,
to
I got
get
it. I got to
folks in
cue something
agriculture?
here. Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
cue something real. You teed it up perfect. I think we can play it. Fasten your seatbelts. a
Yes, we
year ahead.
can. We can because the agriculture environment's getting really volatile. Not volatile in the option standpoint, but volatile on the political standpoint. You
It's
talk
what
about
we
what's
don't
happening in the
know.
borders.
What we don't know that's gonna come in and change this game on us, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Why is Elon Musk, possibly the wealthiest man in the world, tweeting a video last night of this massive migrant move? He says there's 15,000 people approaching the southern border of America from 22, 24 countries. He's like, I just wanted you all to know about it. The owner, the guy who bought Twitter and made it X and took it private, wanted us to know. What is mainstream media not telling you? We're going all to the dark side. But hey, I'm trying to get clips for the show last night, and I can't get a decent ag thing anywhere because it's all other
Circus.
stuff on the list. Yeah, so the circus is big and it's in town at a world level. You all out there, you need to stay focused. You need to worry about your farm, your grain production, your cattle. And if you want someone to come talk to you about that, we can do that real quick. Let's talk about social media. Pull up that clip. How can people get a hold of us? I'll check for questions, comments. We didn't have one. Um, if people want to get a hold of us, social media wise, we're on YouTube. You can watch us live. That's free. You can go to Apple and Spotify, catch the replay. And then Brady, where else can they find us now?
TikTok, right, Tommy?
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. It's an interesting place. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. But I'll tell you, we want you watching the YouTube. Click like and subscribe. It helps a lot. This is free. We do this for you. It's good. It's making me not stay out late at night. I'm going to bed early, and I love working with you, Brady. And I,
Same
I
to you,
want
Tommy.
I want to keep hearing stories about the cattle. Hold on, we got a comment. Luke, we were wondering where you
Where
were.
you been, Luke?
All right,
Welcome back.
Luke's calling us out, and he's right. Luke, where's the cotton special, Tommy? We do have some folks at the office who are better with cotton than us. Luke, we will do that just for you, and we'll call it Luke's Edition Talking Cattle. So let's ask Dr. Larry and the whole ATI research department over there to get some information on cotton. I got to tell you, I've only hedged cotton maybe 5 times in my career. I've traded it a bunch, but to actually hedge it, it's interesting. And with that, we went long. We didn't think we'd have anything to talk about, my friend.
It's always fun, Tommy. Yep.
Absolutely. You know what?
Let's
We'll be back here tomorrow, and we'll go live at 9. See you, buddy.
see ya.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.